Hello beautiful people, you're welcome back to the channel. So it's official guys, this is 2023 and I congratulate you because you made it to a new year. So if you're looking to start the new year on the right note, this video is definitely for you. Stay tuned. So welcome back guys. So you already know at the start of a new year, as a way of life, people are already used to, re-strategizing, planning, resetting, making resolutions and all of that, setting goals, to achieve during the year. So in this video, I'm going to walk us through the process of strategizing, planning, setting goals and achieving them, evaluating them, and, just generally making the whole year worthwhile. Okay, so we don't end up wasting our time or playing around and watch others do their thing and being left out. Okay, so just come with me. So the first step in setting the right tone for the new year is reviewing. So in terms of reviewing, I mean you have to take a look at the things that stressed you, the things you like to change, your wins, your successes, your highs, your lows, and also things you did not complete. For example, like you were learning a skill and you didn't complete it. That should also be followed under the review. You want to review the things you did. For me personally, what stressed me the most that I actually want to work on this year, let me just give you a short story. So I repurposed my laundry basket, and for some time I was using my husband's laundry basket, and he doesn't like it. He kept talking about each time. I just realized that each time we talk about it, stop putting your clothes in my basket, we at the end of the conversation we are both stressed. He's angry and I'm angry, and I promised myself that this year I'll get a basket for myself, so help me God. So for me, that's part of the things that stressed me in terms of my relationship that I want to improve on, that I want to work on this year. So in doing a review, you look at things like that, things that made you happy, things that made you sad, things you want to change, things you want to continue doing, things like that. So with that being said, next is set a theme for the year, an overall theme for the year. I think I got this from Lavender. I hope I got the right pronunciation. I'm going to attach her handle name, Lavender. She's all about living your best life. She's all about achieving everything you dream of. Her channel is so wholesome. You want to check her out. So under this, she talked about like a general theme for the year. For example, the things you want, like your major highlights for the year. For some people, it's happiness. You want to be happy. Some people is joy. Okay, joy and happiness are more or less like the same thing. For some people it is healing. You're probably sick, you're hoping to get well, you're hoping to get better. For some people it could be finance. You want to make more money, you want to improve in your finance. But for me, I think my overall theme for this year will be growth. Yes, I want to grow in the area of my finances, in my business, just general growth. I want to see an exponential change from where I was last year and where I'll be at the end of 2023. So for me, it's growth. I want to grow in every area, in my business, in my career, in my relationship with people, with family. I just want to grow generally. So that's it for me. So you need to have an overall theme. Then the next point is clean up. You want to clean up. You can call it fumigate, you can call it sterilize. Okay, some people are of the school of thought that before they cross over to the new year, they have to clean up their contact list. Whoever has not been helpful to them in any way, they want to get you off the list and all of that. Let me give you a quick story. Years back, when I was growing up, I know of a church where whenever it's time for crossover service, crossing over to the next year, the pastor usually asks them to sweep their houses. You have to sweep your house, give out dirty, old clothes that you won't use the next year. You have to bring them to the church, while he prays on them and then finally burns them. I really don't know the spiritual implication of that, but psychologically, when you're in a clean space, when you're in a clean environment, you tend to be more productive, you tend to be calm, you tend to be relaxed, your brain tends to work better. So I highly recommend you clean up your house, clean up your mind, clean up your phone. You know, anybody that you think is toxic, whoever you think you don't want to cross over with the next year, it's not hatred in any way. It's just, making yourself sane. So the next point I have here is clarity. You want to be very clear on the goal you're setting. You want to be very sure of what you want to achieve. Let it not be that at the end of the day you achieve something and it's a mistake. I'll talk about journaling. That's on another point, an extra bonus point. But you want to be very clear on what exactly you want to achieve. You don't want to give it to luck. At the end of the day, when it happens, people will be like, you're lucky. You're going to make conscious efforts to be clear and understand the actual goal you're setting. So when you get your targets, when you are sure, you are fully aware of your successes. So it depends on what area you want to set the goal on, before you are clear. If it's your spiritual life, you're setting the goal on. Of course, if you're a Christian, you want to be able to complete the Bible. You want to complete the Bible in 3 months. That's the goal. You are clear. That's the goal you want to set. If it's your spiritual life, if it's in the area of your finance, for instance, now you have about 750k in your account. You want to tell yourself that by the end of 2023, you want to be able to have as much as 3 million in your account. That is a goal, okay? So if it's in terms of your health, you want to improve on your health. You want to improve on, maybe your way of life, your lifestyle. In terms of health, probably you want to improve on your lifestyle, or you want to be more aware. You want to take care of yourself better. You want to be more physically fit. You want to eat better. You want to live a more healthy life. You want to eat more nutritious food rather than just eating junk. So it depends on the areas you want to set the goals on. So you need to be clear on what you want to do. So if it's in your relationship with probably your husband, the area you're working on. With that being said, I'll quickly talk about the qualities of a goal. When setting a goal, I think some of you will already know your goal has to be SMART. So SMART is an acronym for specific, measurable, achievable, realistic, and time bound. So when you're setting your goal, you have to be specific. I think I said a little about in terms of clarity. Clarity is quite different from being specific. You have to be specific. For example, I want to go for a master's program. I want to go for a master's program this year. I have to be very specific. I want to do a master's program in nursing. I'm being specific. Your goal has to be measurable. I want to go for a master's degree in nursing between in nursing and come out with a distinction. You have measured it. Your goal has to be realistic. Is it realistic? Did you study psychology and want to do a master's degree in nursing? Time bound. Your goal has to be time bound. You give yourself a time between February 2023 and December 2023. I want to have gotten my master's degree in nursing. So in setting your goal, you have to be SMART: specific, measurable, achievable, realistic, and time bound. Then the last point I have here is evaluation. You want to go back from time to time and evaluate yourself, how you did, where you did well, where you did not do greatly, so it can help you improve ahead of the next month coming. And this evaluation could be, let's not say weekly. Your evaluation could be monthly, quarterly, or biannually. It depends on you and what the goal and the duration of the goal. So you want to make sure that from time to time you come back and evaluate yourself to know how you're doing, if you're doing very well, to know the areas you have to improve, and all of that. So with that being said, I'm just going to give 1 or 2 tips in goal setting for this year 2023. One for me is positive affirmations. Let's not underestimate the power of the tongue. The tongue is so powerful. What you say, gradually you just become it. If you keep saying you are rich, over time you become rich. Okay? And let's also be careful that what you call yourself is what other people will call you. Let me just give you a quick story. Okay, so I went for a master class. I went for a YouTube master class, and when I got into the class, we were asked to introduce ourselves. I introduced myself as, okay, hello everyone, I'm Jennifer Emiowei, this is that, and I'm a small YouTuber. When I said that, small YouTuber, the lady moderating was like, wow, that's a very good name, you know, small YouTuber. So she said they were going to call me a small YouTuber, because at the end of your introduction, you're supposed to say a name, like a nickname you want them to address you with. So the lady felt the small YouTuber was a very, how will I put it, peculiar name, you know, that anybody will always remember. So small YouTuber. I couldn't, and there was a reason why I said small YouTuber, but because of course I'm just coming up. But she took it the other way, and you know, everybody was like, wow, good name, small YouTuber, small YouTuber. I couldn't stop them. So you have to be careful what you call yourself and what you affirm to yourself. You tell yourself, I'm great, I'm the head, I'm above, I'm, you know, I'm rich and all of those things, I'm healthy. You gradually become it. So second point is journaling. You always want to write down the things you're grateful for. Some people call it gratitude journal. You know, you can have a gratitude journal where you write down all the things you're grateful to God for. A quick story again. There's this highly influential business tycoon in Nigeria, you know, so she went to see her doctor, and then the doctor checked her and she was okay, and he was surprised and asked her and said, for somebody like you that is so busy, you have businesses all over the country, you travel around the world doing one thing or the other, you're actually supposed to be depressed. You know, the doctor was surprised that she was not on any antidepressant drugs, you know, and asked what her lifestyle was. Then she told him that she writes daily, every day. She writes down the things that she's grateful to God for, and then she consciously appreciates God. You know, when they say appreciation is application for more, she constantly appreciates God for all of those things she's grateful for. Commit everything to God's hands. She's aware of what she's doing. She does it daily, more like a routine, and somehow it just helps her mental mind. It improves her mental state. Okay, so journaling, you don't want to take for granted this month. Get a separate notebook. I'm not talking about your church jotter. I'm not talking about your business book. A separate notebook where you want to write down the things you're grateful to God for, family, for somebody gives you a gift, you're grateful for it, you know, your day was good, you made an A in a particular course, whatever it is, you could just write it down and appreciate God for it. So the next thing I want to talk about is take the shot. They say you miss 100% of the shots you don't take. Believe me, you miss 150% of the shots you don't take. They say if you dream it, you can achieve it. It doesn't matter where you are, okay? It doesn't matter where you are. Do not underestimate yourself. Do not underestimate your potential. Don't say you cannot do it. That's over the years I've built myself to the point where I don't say I cannot do it. It's very rare. Like, it's very difficult for me to say I cannot do something. Instead, I'll take it from you and probably outsource it. If it's a job, I could take the job from you and probably outsource to somebody, but I hardly say I can't do it. So you have something you want to do, go ahead and give it your best shot. So with that being said, lastly, I want to talk about imposter syndrome. At one point or the other, you could feel like an imposter. I can relate 100% with that. In fact, everybody has felt that way at some point, okay? When you're setting a goal, you could feel that, oh, this goal is too big. Are you sure I can do it? You know, these shoes are too big. Are you sure I can wear it? Are you sure I can fit into this job? It's normal to feel that way. It is totally normal to feel that way. But all I have to say is guard your mental health. Guard your heart. Even the Bible says, guard your heart jealously, because out of it are the issues of life. Guard your heart. Protect your heart. Don't let anybody talk you down. And do not talk yourself down. Whatever it is you think will deter you, whatever you think will make you discouraged, whatever will make you stop doing what you want to do, just put it far and stay focused. Stay focused on your dream, stay focused on your goal, and I bet you you're going to end 2023 happy and excited that you did. So a quick recap. I spoke about reviewing the previous year. You want to know your highs and your low, your wins, you know, your successes. Then secondly, I talked about having a general, like an overall theme for the year. Your overall theme could be happiness, it could be joy, it could be growth. That's mine, of course. Just generally what you want the tone of the year to be for you. Then next, I talked about clarity. You need to be clear on exactly what goal you want to achieve. Then next, I spoke about the qualities of a goal. Your goal has to be smart, it has to be specific, measurable, achievable, realistic, and time bound. Then lastly, I spoke about evaluation. I said you have to, from time to time, periodically as you wish, to review, you have to check how you're doing so you can improve what you want to change and all of that. So with this, I've come to the end of this video. I hope you find it helpful. Also, do not forget to like this video, subscribe, comment, share with your friends and family, and thank you for your support. I'll see you in my next video. Bye. Never leave you.